This is my base. I love it, I really do, but there is a lot going on. It's a bit busy, hectic, topsy-turvy, in a good way. So today I want to go back to the basics a little bit and build a cozy place to go and get away from all of the chaos. A home away from home. This is the building site for today's project. It's just a short flight away from the base and I'll be honest, it's nothing special, but I'm hoping after we build a few things around here, we can make it special. First things first though, a little bit of landscaping is required, just for a general cleanup, and I've got a little bit of an idea. A cliff. That was my idea. And you know what, I'd say this is pretty cliff-like. It's maybe not the most detailed cliff you've ever seen in the world, but if you guys have watched my videos before, you know that's not really how I like to do my terraforming. I try to keep things pretty simple so it still looks nice, better than the normal Minecraft terrain, but it doesn't look out of place. But I think it's gonna be a lovely little ledge that will hold our house up here. But it's not only a house we're going to be building today. We essentially have an entire island here. In fact, we almost do have an island. We could probably turn it into one at some point if we just kind of take some of this terrain out across the middle. It's low enough, I could easily run some water through there. But I would quite like to turn this entire landmass into something as well. So maybe, honestly, over here could be a good spot. We could have a small farming area, some crops, maybe some animals too. Not to kill or anything, just, you know, company, I guess. But I mean, before we get started with any of that, it would be kind of helpful to have a house somewhere for my items and a proper place to sleep. Because currently, well, this is what I'm working with. Okay, so it probably caught your eye in the thumbnail, but yeah, this build and honestly entire episode is inspired by the one and only Bdubs. And if you don't know Bdubs, get to know. For the 3 of you watching right now that aren't aware, I'll put a link in the description for you. But Bdubs has this incredible, unique building style that is pretty hard to emulate, but when done at least somewhat correctly, is really noticeable as his specific build. You can tell it's inspired by him. And I'm always inspired by Bdubs, but I've never really tried building like he does, mainly because it's hard. I prefer to stick to what I know, but I thought today I wanted to try something a little bit different with this house, and honestly, I love how it's turned out. It's the details that really make it, like this pulley system on the chimney. What does it do? I don't know, but it doesn't matter because it looks cool. Or this pumpkin in a wheelbarrow next to the beetroot farm. Makes sense to me. This is actually an armor stand with a composter pushed into it. Pretty cool, right? But it's pretty much just really well thought out chaos. I had a lot of fun building this thing. One of my favorite things that I've found out about this house whilst just running around is you can actually get from the ground level there all the way to the highest point. If you just jump on this wall and then let me try that again. And then over here, like that, you can jump on the lightning rod. I don't know what point that has. There's no real function to it, but it's fun to do. Speaking of function, this entire area is having none of it. It is purely just for a nice place to go and relax, which is exactly why the interior has nothing useful in it other than a bed and I guess you can put a couple of items inside of that pot. Yeah, it's not really the best survival home, but it's cozy in here. The house is looking a little bit lonely right now, so begrudgingly I'm gonna do one of my least favorite things in this game and build some custom trees. After all this time, I'm still figuring out custom trees. I just can't quite seem to get them right. I usually go a bit heavy-handed with the leaves, so I tried to do a little bit less of that this time, and I like that aspect of it, but there's other parts that I don't like as much, but it looks okay from a distance, and At a quick glance, they look pretty good too, so I'm happy. We might add some more later on, but for right now, I want to get started on the farms. After I go to bed, that is. Gonna keep it pretty simple and I think just have the 2 small crop farms. We can have some pumpkins and melons over here in this one. And then over here, one of the regular crops, most likely just wheat, I guess. That one always looks the nicest in my opinion. Then again, we do have 2 sides here, so maybe we could chuck some potatoes or carrots on the other one. I think once the crops have all grown through and they're ready for harvesting, it should look pretty nice. Right now there's not much going on here. Could probably use a touch of bone meal. Instead, we'll maybe just let them grow up naturally, and while they're doing that, we'll see if we can build some farm adjacent things. Such as a silo to store excess seeds in, or even a well to fetch some water. So I'd say that is the main bulk of this farming area done. We're still waiting for the crops to grow up. I always forget how long these especially take. I could really easily just go get some bone meal, but that involves me flying back, so I think I'm going to do something else. Just over this hill here, we have a couple of horses. There's one of them. Where did the other one go? It was a grey one, just like it. Down here? Yes, there he is. And since this is a Bdubs inspired building project, I think it's actually mandatory that I have to care for these guys. So I think we should build, I guess, both of them a home? Sure, why not? They can both stay in there. It's going to be big enough because we've actually got the perfect spot for it right over here. Now this isn't any ordinary horse stable. Oh no no no. It is a horse stable with a piston door. Oh yeah. Just flexing my redstone capabilities, and I am at the absolute extent of them. That is as good as a redstone creation as I can make. Look what I got, boys. Some sugar to ease your troubles. So here you go. Have some of this. Chew on that, and hopefully... Oh, that's as much as you can have. Okay, hopefully after that, you should tame pretty quickly. Oh, yeah, that was quick. Nice. Now, I haven't actually tried to use this in theory. I know they fit through the hole, but I don't know how easy it is to aim because the horse's head kind of blocks the button. So I sort of have to guess. But I press that, push through, and there we are. Nice and easy. And then to leave, I can just use the little door. Hello, sheep. Goodness me, this one is slow. It's like half the speed of the other one. That's okay though. They're still very cute and very friendly. And guess what, guys? I've got you both a little present. Some fancy dyed leather armor. Look at you. Ah, adorable. Oh, why did they do this? I always build with trapdoors, and this seems to be the outcome, no matter the situation. Also, name suggestions. What should we call these two? Hello! My goodness, look at that snout. What should we call them? Let me know your best suggestions in the comments. Hey, look at that! At long last, we actually have some melons and pumpkins. That's pretty nice. And these crops have grown up too. Nearly. Most of the way anyway. I'd say I'm ready to cosplay as an old farmer living off the land with only his 2 horses for company. Sounds like a very lovely and peaceful life. But I don't think we're done just yet. The whole area looks a little bit unfinished, so I think we need some stuff like pathways, bushes, general foliage, probably more custom trees. I think all of those little things will really tie everything together. So I'm sure you probably noticed that I popped down a couple of bee nests in the trees so we get some fuzzy friends flying around. They're adorable, I love having them here, but my goodness are they dumb. This one has, ventured over to the house and got himself stuck in my window, so I'm hoping... Nope, I really thought that would help. One day Mojang might fix the issue with trapdoors, but not today. I think he's stuck there for the long haul. Just kidding, I'll help him out, but only this once. If it happens again, I will be leaving you in there, mister. Now you're just sat on the scaffolding, what are you doing? Do you want to go in the house? Is that the issue? No, you want freedom. Okay, there you go. Oh, you're welcome. So I'd say this place is looking pretty good. We got some more custom trees, a whole bunch more grass planted. I even did a few patches of flowers. I don't like having tons of these just dotted around the whole area, so I think this is a nice way of having some colour without having it just look like paint splatter all over the ground. Are you kidding? Yeah, okay, good call. Smart decision, B. Oh, he knew I was mad. We've also got a couple of lampposts just to brighten this area up at nighttime. And of course, this beautiful, well-trodden on path going to all the important bits. At some point, I may connect this pathway all the way up to the base. It's really not that far, but I'll save that for another time, I think. I also decided to turn this piece of land into an island by terraforming a river going straight through the center of this little bit right here. And I'd say it looks okay. It looks just as okay as it does out the front. It's very flat, you can tell I've done the work here, but it doesn't look horrendously ugly, which honestly is the main thing. And the bonus to this being an island now is we have a bunch of adorable animals trapped. You cannot leave, you're stuck with me. We're going to be farming carrots, beets, wheats, and pumpkins and melons forever, my friends. Until the next episode, that is, where we'll probably be heading back to base to do something else. So we'll enjoy it while it lasts. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.